Say something to me when stream. What up, everyone? I'm still kind of recovering from losing my voice. I was supposed to do a podcast earlier, but my voice wasn't having any of it. Journey, Angelo, Calvin, Cosbury, what up? Captain Jack, cool reference. But yeah, we were supposed now. J Poli, what up? Let me turn it down. So me and Alien were supposed to do a stream, and we were going to be doing it with Smelly Sun Cream. Alien Arts is having family issues at the moment, so he can't make it. I wasn't going to be able to make it because of my voice. I couldn't talk, but I relaxed for a bit. I had a bit of a lay down. I'm feeling more comfortable streaming. What about Mr. New City? So don't want there to be two Jacks. So yeah, and then obviously Smelly Sun Cream, I messaged him now last minute. I was like, yo, can you make it? But then he didn't reply, so there's nothing much I can do about that. I'm really upset. I was looking forward to having him join us, but it is what it is. I'm going to pass 3 out of 3 Potato Head when I have the parts. Alien Arts has finished the nose, completely finished the nose last night, or the mould for it. And he is now moving on to the moustache. So the moustache is in. Oh yeah, it is, you're right. But he started the moustache tonight because the collection moustache doesn't have like the clip, and I want that clip. But yeah. But I hope everyone's doing this fine evening. Won't be the most active stream because normally if I stream about 9, we'll get some people in from the UK as well. But unfortunately, please tell me you're not going to play Fortnite. No, I'm not. It's just a background thing. But yeah, I can't be asked to play. I'll just be reading chat. Normally I just jump about on I'll jump about on PVC, just mess about to give some background gameplay. But honestly, I'll just be doing like, I guess kind of like a mini Q&A. We'll just be talking. I should probably promote this on Instagram because that's good, you know, promote on Instagram. But yeah, just put that up there. Right. Let me make sure that went out. But yep. Right. Sorry if I was asking you basic questions about the potato head. I really want to make my own potato head. I mean, I've had worse questions asked. Like, yes, those are pretty basic features. You drill the holes, you super glue the pegs in. Some guy wanted to know earlier where I got the Mrs. Potato Head shoes from. I said eBay, said what do I search? That made me facepalm a bit. I honestly don't know. I just got lucky off eBay. If you want to ask anyone, I guess ask the PICCASSO. They have like multiple of that type of shoe. You should your Mr. Potato Head is really movie accurate, no offense. What do you mean you should? You should what? I missed that part of the question. And he's not done yet, obviously. I want to get him finished before I do anything like major, because I think something I don't like doing is looking at older photos when he isn't movie accurate. But a lot of my photos are going to be outdated soon, especially when I start getting custom slinkies and all that. Hey, Plastic Paginator, my guy. Nice to see you here, friend. Yes, the stream is still going. I'm live. What up, Attack? Sorry for another basic question, but how did you separate the feet without a noticeable cut line? What I'm assuming you're saying Mrs. Potato Head. And what I did is I split them in half. My granddad sanded them to give them the curve they needed. And then obviously I finished in the curve with some red clay that I luckily got really well color matched. So yeah, and then you can obviously do the same for Mister. Oh, and then you cut the pegs off, and then you obviously glue them on. But yeah, but then for Mr. Potato, since he's got mod the collection feet, which I think is quite interesting to see Mrs. Obviously, it's very difficult due to the shape. Sorry about that, guys. Still not feeling 100%. What is your Fortnite account? Probably Jack Clark 7. What did you cut? Just to make sure. I used, for some older shoes, I used a pair of scissors. No. For an older pair of shoes, I used a saw. Well, my granddad used a saw. And then for the most recent, I used an X-Acto knife. But yeah, okay, so from there. Love is scoring 0 in a tennis game. How are you going to get rid of the grey stuff if the weird lip thing is gone? What do you mean? Oh, it's going to be casted. So that means that whole body is going to be duplicated in a way. Welcome, Mr. Spell. Mr. Spell could spell it out for you actually. I was typing it, but then I can't be asked. Mr. Spell, do your job. But yeah, the grey stuff, like all the holes, he's basically just gonna cast it, the whole body. So yeah. Okay. But I mean, Mr. Spell doesn't really upload, man. It's a lowercase J, Mr. Spell. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, Mr. Spell needs a Mr. Spell, you know. And then he can just do an Instagram in the life of Mr. Spell, just post pics of Mr. Spell, like at the park, just in random places. But that would be cool. How's life? Doing alright. I've been having a lot of fun. I've just really been playing with like friends. I haven't been doing too many stop motions. So yeah, what up Reese, how you doing? Well, what we have here. There was actually, here's what I find really funny for a concept. Little trivia. So you know when Lotso obviously confronts them all, there'd be, instead of Chat's telephone being knocked over, when Mr. Potato Head was spying on them in the tortilla, he would have been found out by like Big Baby or something, and then they would have banged on the glass alerting Lotso. So they would have interrogated Mr. Potato Head and found out they were trying to escape. So he would have thrown the tortilla with him in it to the other side. I did lose my voice, but I'm feeling a lot better. I've been wheezing throughout the stream. Now you say that, my throat wants to throw out a cough, but I don't want to make it sound cliche. I've got just a bunch of ice on me to keep my throat chilled. But yeah, how are you, tier 3? Why the tier 3? Because they're tall. They're double the size of Mr. Potato Heads. And they're not separate. You haven't really missed much, you just missed the introduction, really. Okay, Jack. Or should I say Wheezy? But yeah. You're gonna make a real video. Good one, Mr. Sparrow. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah. It's a shame I couldn't have Alien Arts or Monkey with me today. I did have a really good conversation earlier with Monkey. We were discussing about how there's people on Instagram completely ripping people off for like customs. And I mean, yeah, you can price your custom at how much you want, but yeah, it does. It's actually, what's ruined me is I was doing a lot of super glue work with Mr. Potato Head and just kind of the super glue particles where I was using, like, obviously I was redoing, whoops, gotta drop my controller, sorry if that made a loud noise, but constantly where I was having to redo it, because it's not easy, there was so much super glue on my hands, and if I had to touch my face I'd ruin myself. It was really bad. Do you think you will make a better Toy Story 2 stop motion film? I've definitely been looking at Toy Story 1. I have been looking at Andy's room setups, Sid's room setups, and just kind of Sid's hallway. I do want to make a live action, well, a Toy Story 1 stop motion, Toy Story 1 IRL, but I don't know. If the opportunity, here's the thing, I would already be starting it by now if I had a set of Andy's room, or a posable Woody, and kind of the software to do it. Do you have Sid's toys? No, but I know a guy who I will buy them from. So I would, while I'd be starting to do all of the Andy's room scenes first, I'd purchase in all of everything I'd need for Sid. But we never thought there'd be a Toy Story 4 either. What it's a game of is I don't have like access to any room the same shape as Andy's. Maybe I want to make it, but then at the same time I'm not gonna do it if I don't have everything looking good. Yes, JP and Beyond, obviously they half-assed on it a bit, like especially like with Andy's room. Like if I went into their, let's say, let's say Andy's room was in real life. Someone walked in it and they saw the cloud paper, they saw the bed, they saw everything. They go, Andy's room. If you walk into the JP and Beyond like replica of Andy's room, you say, oh, you got a bit of wallpaper on that, looks a bit like Andy's. You know? So I want to really nail it. Then obviously I have to own like a bed. I get the bedspread. I'd have to get a crib in there. Bro, where Mr. Speak at? No clue. I don't know. Bonnie, I don't know. I don't care. Bonnie's just Bonnie's just one of those characters I don't care about. No, they're not, because Mr. Mike's name is actually Mike. Technically, he wasn't supposed to be called Mr. Mike. Just Wheezy says that. Basically, Reese is right. Man, it must suck. Toy Story is actually really dark. How miserable is that? In a way, you're right, because, well, Rex defeats Zurg. Mr. Spell decodes the license plate. Obviously, if Mr. Spell didn't exist, would he be in Tokyo right now? And Buzz wouldn't have went there to convince him, so, you know. being through the cycle being played was an abandoned. Basically, like put it this way, like Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, they're bound to be split up at some part. Then he's gonna be, then like he'd be put in another room with another Mrs. Potato Head. Wouldn't he be cheating then? I don't know. I want to make live action when I get all the toys. Well, yeah. Here's the thing, getting all the toys, man, is not easy. It took me a year to get all of them. And that's just the main characters thing. You'd have to get, like, so much you have to get. Cool thing, Turbo Mario Bros. I'm looking for a good Mr. Spell on eBay. Or for Weezy, you got a friend of me, stop motion scene. Fair enough, Mr. Spell made it. Tears for was made. He made it to 4 questions at least. Very true. Ken must be so lucky. If you want. I mean, honestly, I can't see you personally ever making it. But then, who knows? I can sort of see myself making it. Like if you put me in the sets, I'd gladly make it. You know? Guys, stop spamming that in the chat. I don't care, I'm not playing it. If I was playing it, I'd accept that, but... Attack. How much money do you think you spend on your collection? Like, way over 1,000, like a lot. Do I think it's worth it? Yeah, to an extent. I think I do get a lot of enjoyment out of it, and obviously I do make my stop motions. Some characters I think were a complete rip-off, like Mr. Spell, Robot. Snake was quite highly priced, Rolly Pies found. Most of the custom stuff in collection Bo Peep. Reese, I'd have to agree with you, to be honest, because here's the thing. I always like to go the extra mile. Like, I wouldn't, you know, like, let's compare. If you compare my content, let's say, to the original, so JP and Beyond, you know, yes, it's good for its time, whatnot, all that, blah, blah, blah. But come on, in theirs, they don't even have the right mouth for Mr. Potato Head. In mine, I match all the vowels and words he says, so... But the thing, I don't care if it would take years, you know, I'd make sure it would... Cause I'd try my absolute hardest. Mike and Potato Head are brothers, stop saying that. But honestly, I'm very curious. I don't think it'd be good as Toy Story 3 IRL, but I think it would be pretty good. Because the thing, I make sure my stop motions are... I always push for a certain quality kind of goal. Because I'm very passionate about these things, you know. Like Mr. Potato Head is definitely my kind of favourite thing in general. Why I say that? Well, you get what I'm saying. But then you'd also need I'd need another person, you know, just to kind of hold stuff or like do certain stuff. Because, you know, it would just be a lot easier to have a helping hand. I would use as limited as much puppetry as possible. For scenes where, let's say, you know, Mr. Potato Head throws his moustache, that scene would be, so I throw the moustache at his hand, and then I just reverse it. But yeah. Well, Angelo, I don't think you can help me. Message retracted. Haha, very funny. Also, with filling in the holes, you can take another Potato Head and then print the texture with clay. I used a flannel. Like, I just went over it with a flannel to get the texture. So yeah. My dog looks like Scud. He kind of does in a way. Oh yeah, and that would be another thing. Working see, Scud is the one thing I'd have to lower my standards for, because, you know, it's not as easy as going on eBay and buying an accurate Scud. I could make like a giant dog and like obviously use stop motion on it, but yeah, I know, don't worry, man. Why can't you help me? Because you can't come all the way to the UK. Here's the, I don't know you, you know. I'd have to get a friend to help me. But then it isn't easy to find someone like in real life that just, you know, yeah, you want to make a few year commitment to making Toy Story. It's not as easy as that. Like, you know, you have to show them, yes, I've got a set of Andy's Dream, I've got this, we can do it. Oh yeah, very true, very true. If not, I'd buy a dog. I'd be willing, if I had enough money, I would go ahead and I'd just buy a white dog. You know, one that I would love, and then, you know, to help me out while filming. I wouldn't disown it afterwards, I'd keep it. But let's say I have like Andy's Room and I've done all the scenes there. What's your favourite Toy Story, Jack? Toy Story 2. I just enjoy it a lot more. I think Toy Story 2 is just has it's a wholesome ending. There's no loss, and all there is gain. Toy Story 3, yes, there's a lot of gain, but there's also a lot of loss. Hey Picasso, call me Jack, man. I haven't noticed. Well, there's an issue with that already. I have to use Woody. I can't manipulate Woody into stop motion. There's also the scene of all the characters in that scene are shrunken down. Like, you have Etch, Rex, and Potato Head on the back of RC. You can barely get Etch on there, let alone Rex. Because I'm not that good at stop motion. I just don't have it in me. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd push for Toy Story 1 is pushing it. But really, for Toy Story 1, it's just sets. Toy Story 2 would be filming on those sets. I mean, if I was doing Toy Story 1 IRL, the thing I look forward to most is the moving van scene. Fortnite. Like, here's the thing. If I got hold of a moving van, the whole moving van scene would be out by now, because I can do it. The moving van is just a street set. I could do that now, you know. Yeah, but then Toy Story doesn't make sense, to be fair, as a concept in general. Like, Jessie can't breathe, just claustrophobic. Like, yes you can, what, you're a toy. Yeah, I would, obviously, I have 2 Slinkies, so I would swap them around during the scene. I've already done like parts of the moving van scene. He's at it again, or toss him overboard when RC hits Potato Head. Normally what I do is just put some boxes in the background to represent. No, I'm good. I don't want to play Fortnite right now. I just want to chat with some other fans of Toy Story, you know, have a good time. But yeah, moving van scene would be great. The scene where Woody and Buzz start flying, no, we're talking difficult. Cool, well, your friend can think that. I'd like to see your friend do better. Well, she's completely fine in Andy's toy chest, so... And it doesn't make sense, because the whole reason people get scared is because they feel they can't breathe. She even states, "I can't breathe," and starts coughing like she's gonna die. So shut up. Most likely, Okay, neither do I. Like, Jesse, I mean, that's not why I hate Jesse. I can go, oh yeah, Jesse, you know, just doesn't make sense. Then Toy Story itself doesn't make sense. I just don't like Jessie as a character. She's bad. If you like Jessie, that's fine. I just think you're nuts. Actually, I'm thinking, yeah, that also making Toy Story 1 IRL would mean I wouldn't have to work with Jessie or Bullseye, and Stinky Pete, which saves so much pain. Okay, good for him. I told people with the name Picasso and they thought it was an artist, love. Very true, Calvin. Like, what if Mr. Potato Head took a bite or something? Would it just be an endless pit? Or... Yes, I know, and custom ones are ridiculously expensive. I was talking to, when I was talking to Monkey earlier, he was saying how there was like a guy who was basically just like not being fair with the price. And yeah, there are people out there like that. I think, I don't know, man. A good Stinky Pete, I would say, would be about 150. Maybe like 170 with the box. Would it come out his butt? Maybe. I won't be talking, sorry, Plastic Paginator. I'm literally just using this so I can talk to you guys. Till I get 1,000 subs, it'll be all PlayStation streams. Unless I actually want to do a gameplay stream. Like, oh yeah, Toy Story 3, the video game, I could stream that. That would be fun. I played that game as a kid, I enjoyed it. But, oh yeah, there was a guy called Liam F Toys, I'm pretty sure he does customs. I know he did a custom Trixie, but it's out of clay, so pick your poison. Angelo, no, I'll have it covered. Like, I don't need to be kind of directed in what to do. I trust my own capability of deciding if something's good enough or not. I am kind of seen as a reviewer, anyway. As a judge, even. And I do enjoy that, how I've kind of made a name for myself in the Toy Story community by being a judge. Like, a lot of people will just send me their customs on Instagram or their collections and just be like, oh yeah, welcome Steam. Yeah, it's quite late at night, to be fair, Steam. Love has no name. eBay, £35, free postage. I'll speak to the guy tonight see if we can sort you out with one. Yeah, Toy Story Replicas, great person, great customs, can't complain. There's Love is invisible, love has no name, love is scoring 0 in a tennis game. Oh yeah, what do you guys think of my most recent stop motion? What I like about that most is how I got him to, like, yeah, how I got him to kind of speak the vowels. I was just curious because I'm making a little bit. Oh yeah. I haven't seen your collection, Reese. Reese, take a pic of all your characters and give me a send on Insta. The guy who requested the most recent stop motion is called, I think he's called Rexzilla. He's on Discord. He DM'd me to do the scene. What up, Ice? Also, guys, I did speak to my IG account. It's one of my posts. Alright, I'll give that. You can link me that. I'll check it out. Also, I did speak to Toy Story 3 IRL, aka the PICCASSO, and I was like, yo, would you like to be in a future podcast? And it was a maybe. I don't know if it's like a maybe, like where he means no, wants to kind of not say anything, but he said don't count me off the list of people. So potentially there could be an interview on Toy Story 3 IRL. I think that would be really fun because there's a lot of scenes in that movie I have so many questions about, especially with the tortilla head scene. So if you look in each scene he's in, the tortilla changes. So they must have had a lot of problems with that. But yeah. Do. Woody Pride is Steam, just so I'd let you know. What scene should I try making stop motions? I mean, any scenes you have characters for. So I know you have like a Rex, do a scene with Rex. I'm going to leave in 5 minutes. Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, any scene you can do. I wouldn't recommend any Woody scenes, any Potato Head scenes, or any scenes of characters you don't really have. Actually, no, you have Medicom Woody. You could do Woody scenes. Does my camera shake in my stop motions? Everyone go to my most recent one. Would you agree with that, or? Like, it's honestly very subtle. You have to purposely pay attention to see it kind of jitters. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't see an issue with it. It's just the way it is. I'd love to try do the fight scene in the car, but I don't really want to get my medical body into the buzz dirty. Then don't do the scene then, you know? I mean, unless you're... Here's the thing, you can... If you just put on the floor some like bubble wrap or something, not bubble wrap, some like cling film or something like that, have it very like not noticeable though, and then do the scene. Yeah, green scene could work. Reese's onto something. Also, something we haven't done in a long time is like a big call on my server, where everyone in the server like joins the call and we will talk. I'm sure I'll try to arrange for one of those quite soon. Maybe man, tomorrow is Friday. That's crazy. Maybe next weekend then. Does it? I have to rewatch one of my old stop motions. There's a subtle blur on there. Nothing like major though. But yeah. Goodbye, plastic Persianator. Right, I'm gonna move to the left and I'm gonna count until how many seconds I see it on the screen to see the delay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5-second delay on the screen. Yeah, was that a McDonald's reference? Good. Can't really whistle when you've got snot clogging your throat. We've been going for 30 minutes. Man, feels longer than that. Feels weird like doing the stream because I was so used to having alien art. But I think with alien arts, you know, we always kind of taught this. We have a lot to say just about one comment, and it kind of builds up because he definitely has a lot to say. Oh, that's so cute. Give your dog a nice hug. But oh, I had something that was kind of like quite interesting to say, but I forgot it. So I have my collection displayed like all of my windowsill, and last time I did that, I did have someone when they walked past take a picture. I displayed them all outside on the deck. So when people went by on boats, they saw it. That was pretty cool. But I think I might take a picture of that and put it on Instagram. Just imagine walking past the house and seeing all the toys looking out the window. I really wanted actually to do something like some I really wanted to do some outside shots of the movie, like he goes, oh, did Woody give up when he threw him out of that moving van? Oh, you had to bring that up. I wanted to do that scene in the scene where he pulls his nose off and water comes out. But the weather here has been so bad. And also in the UK, man, literally, I'm flooded. I'm on an island. I'm flooded. There's no way off without getting wet. See a plastic perforator? And my nose is killing me. Then I'd say just stay with the Toy Story 4 one. I'm definitely having second thoughts about the Toy Story 4 nose. It's been starting to grow on me quite recently. What I did, obviously, when I had my really old potato head, I just sanded down the Toy Story 4 nose one, and it fitted really nicely. I'm going to do how to make Mr. I've already done a series on that. Part 3 will be out when it's out, and then I'll also do a separate video on Mrs. Potato Head. Oh, and Steam, doing that scene would be fucking difficult. You have to get all these random toys that don't exist. A sandbox, a playground, a school bus. You have to send a truck to its doom underneath the school bus. Oh yeah, I'll be doing my Mrs. Potato Head series soon, once I get her done. She's dead. Mrs. Potato Head probably had the most work to go. Well, out of the two of them, the most work on a character would probably be Ham, because he's being completely redesigned. Aliens are just gonna get different arms and they're gonna be a different material. Rex probably won't be touched. Slinky's gonna have a leg change, neck change, and a color change. Buzz will have a head swap and a new coat of paint. Woody will just kind of be completely remade as well. Yeah, it's just a Toy Story stream, you know? Nothing too special. If you enjoy Toy Story, then you're in the right place. And I was talking about the customs. Oh yeah, Bullseye probably won't be touched, and Jesse might have some slight details added. I did the part of it, and yeah, that's what happens. The set does matter. I think I do get away with not having the right set at times because most people aren't paying attention to it. But I think one thing I do like in my videos is a good set. Like for instance the money one, who's not on the back of the train. That makes it suffer. The car scene, they're not in a car. Custom overboard, not in the back of a van. It all suffers. Oh hey Sniper Ninja, fancy seeing you here. Long time no see. I honestly don't know. What was the point of giving Woody a second name? It's never said in the... What up, Luxo? It's never said in the movies. Money. I love that line. And yes, Mr. Krabs comes up a lot. I agree with you. But yeah, giving Woody a second name, say, oh yeah, Buzz Lightyear. But then Lightyear is pretty cool. Like Duke Kaboom, you know, cool. Well, their characters are designed to be cool. Woody's not designed to be gay. Are you going to get the Mr. Potato Head without the lip? Yes, I will. It's currently being made. These things just take time. You know, I could have if you really wanted, the video would have been out last week if I said yes to everything Alien Arts made. Like, we've gone through about 7 nose designs. Okay? He doesn't have one, it's Mr. Potato Head. I didn't leave myself in an open party, did I? Yes, I did. Someone could have easily joined and been like, yo, what up? Huh, that might actually end up happening. Fair enough. I wouldn't say Rex is gay, I'd just say he's paranoid. So if any of the characters were to be gay, yeah, I guess it would be Rex, but meh. Rex is with no Rex ain't with Trixie. LGBT, you have to kind of put that turn the acronym into words, please. Sorry. I feel like an idiot because that's passed around on my server a lot. Oh, okay. Well, no part is 100% done yet, but we're in like mold process. But as I was saying, if I said yes to all of his parts, we would have had this video out ages ago. But yeah, yeah, I agree with you, Reese. But the process is like this: the eye, Mr. Potato Head's eye, 100% done. Mrs. Potato Head's eye, 50% done. Mr. Potato Head's nose, 100% done. Mr. Potato's moustache is the project that's being worked on currently. Mrs. Potato's nose 100%. Mr. Potato Head's right ear 100%. Both of Mrs. Potato Head's ear 100%. So we're waiting on an ear, a mouth. Right, Mr. Potato. Oh yeah, and Mrs. Potato Head's shoes both 100%. So we're waiting on Mr. Potato Head's left ear, his moustache, Mrs. Potato Head's eyelashes, and Mr. Potato Head's moustache. Yes, we are. It's just going to be a big figure of ham. We'll try and make it a piggy bank as well. Yeah, very true, Steam, but it's also the moustache in the collection's too big. It needs to be shrunk down, so he's going to shrink it down a little bit. Disney ham is more accurately scaled, very true, and well, Disney's Toy ham, that's 100% accurate, but he is ceramic. So technically there is a movie accurate ham. Oh, he's not in toy mode. Well, in Toy Story 2, in toy mode, he's in that pose, so shut your mouth. But yeah, the stash just needs the clip, because the clip is a big part of the character. He actively puts it in Toy Story 1, gee, I better shave, but Toy Story 2, okay fellas, let's roll. Toy Story 3, these toddlers, they don't know how to play with us, bump. And then in Toy Story 4, when he's knocked by Rex, the moustache is hanging from the peg, you see it. The collection moustache, you can't get that effect. Yeah, it must be. Again, yeah, and then obviously it's like, here's the thing, I think as fans, we all understand what the toy modes should be, but there's not one movie where a character's toy mode stays persistent. Like Toy Story 4, Mrs. Potato Head's toy mode changes. Toy Story 3, in Toy Story 4, Buzz's change. Like every movie, they're always different. The only one that's consistent is Rex. Scarf, never heard of that game. Both has his face changed, like, I wouldn't say the most, but I'd say one of the most. Like Mr. Potato Head's toy mode changes. There's like on the second scene he's in the movie, then in the third scene, and in the fourth scene, and I think there is a fifth scene to it. Oh yeah, there's a fifth scene because his eyelids come down when Molly is smashing him. I think if they were ever to remaster the Toy Stories, they should fix the toy mode errors. Apart from in Toy Story 2. Woody's changes a fair bit in Toy Story 1 as well, yep. But to be honest, I don't think it bothers me. Like, yeah, it's inconsistent, but all it does is gives more options for people for toy modes, you know? Also, I hate the whole argument if it's not in toy mode, it's not accurate. I hate how people call the soft and huggable head more accurate, even though it's less accurate. Some people just aren't smart, but ain't my problem. There's no place for a toy. Toys are for playtime. There must be dozens. Well, I could imagine Bo Peep in that. Bo Peep, I'd tell you, you wouldn't be able to bring the sheep over, that'd be pointless. But Bo Peep could have got the same treatment as Ham in a way. Bo Peep could have been, but then Bo Peep, here's the thing, if they ruined her, it'd be a bit like, well, you ain't getting that out. The collection head is probably my second most accurate. Well, no, the collection head is probably the most accurate Woody head. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just in toy. It's just not in toy mode. You know. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I think maybe the texturing seems a bit flat. Meh. Yeah, very true, very true. I guess, but then I'd say, but Andy gives them away as toys, and it's weird because Bo Peep isn't necessarily a toy, you know. So, like Ham, you can make quite a lot of exceptions for. Like if I can imagine a kid like playing farm, you know, use Ham as pig. But yeah, I'd say the most accurate Woody face is the collection one. Then I'd say Medicom, just because Woody isn't a pale white. I don't know how they messed that up. I still think the Medicom Woody is just, I don't know, man. I honestly think once the Alien Arts Woody comes out, it'll put the Medicom one out of business. Because Alien Arts will be the same as Medicom Woody, just more detailed, so, and cheaper. Bo Peep is a porcelain lamp. Yeah, but then here's the thing. Toy Story 3, you have like Woody, Buzz, Jessie, Bullseye, Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, Rex, Ham, Slinky, 3 aliens. That's 12 characters. 12. Okay? We can't afford one more, and if one more has to come with an extra, that would be too much. Right. Bo Peep isn't really, you know, relevant. She doesn't have much of a personality. As much as I hate Jessie, she has more of a personality than Bo. I think if there's one character that could have easily been axed from Toy Story 3, it would have been Bullseye. I half the time forget he exists. So the aliens could have been axed, but I think they have a lot of personality and are very iconic to Toy Story as a franchise. Jessie could have easily been axed. Mrs. Potato Head could have easily been axed. I'd say the characters that had to be in Toy Story 3: Woody, Buzz, Mr. Potato Head, Slinky, Rex, and Ham, and the aliens. But they're not rubber in the movie. They're still a plastic. And you say that, but then what's the point of Woody, Jessie, and Bullseye? They're all dolls. They're all soft toys. Are you saying they wouldn't fit in? Slinky's metal. Does he not fit in? You know? Yeah, but then that's something I'm willing to put past. Material only matters for certain characters. Like the aliens, material does matter. If you hear it or like see it in the movie, like it's like with the aliens, you see them squish them. They are squishing plastic. The potato heads, every time they get knocked, you hear that kind of hollow, shatterproof plastic. So it's important they're made out of that. Their ears, like when they're hugging, their ears kind of bend or get fit behind each other. which, you know, as the older toys, the older potato heads were like kind of like softer plastic, so. Here's a prop. Squeaky Shark doesn't even have a full-on model, so Andy couldn't have played with him. Andy couldn't have kept him. Yeah, but then every Toy Story movie, a character loses an arm. And if I could just cut the arm off if I wanted to lose her arm. I don't think that's a feature that needs to be included. She doesn't have to break. But any toy could break arm off. If I wanted to break Buzz's arm off, I'll go rip it out now. But Slinky's material kind of matters. It's metal. It's the Slink that matters. Woody obviously quite easy to nail down in plastic, and yeah. That's really weird. By the way, do you have the collection potato head pieces, Reese? Because if you do, I'd say, why haven't you ever thought of doing what I've done? My opinion on Collection Bo Peep: overpriced, but still a very good figure. Like, obviously a lot of quality. You get less than you pay for. The sheep, you know, the sheep are the sheep. Honestly, it depends how much you like Bo as a character. Fair enough, Reese. To be fair, it's one of those things, once you have it, like if I went back to him having 2 feet and 2 eyes and no eyebrows, I wouldn't be able to kind of accept that. Like, I don't really care for a sheep, they're pointless characters really. Yeah, and the fact they get more screen time than our fan favourite characters, then no, you've got issues. Anyway, I'm going to be ending the stream soon, so quickly getting your last kind of big questions. Billy, that's the boy's name. Goat, that's not even a name, and Gruff. Billy, Goat, and Gruff are not sheep, they're goats. I think that name was really bad and lazy. I like their characters that don't need names. You know, they're not supposed to have names, like the aliens. I did find that a lot, seem funny because I'm like, girls, like I don't know if he's doing anything with those sheep, but no, but what's the point in that though, you know? Like, I don't know what I'll do. Like, I'll probably just... Well, here's the thing. If anything... Here's the thing. Once I do get the alien parts, you do realise... Literally, those two models are still going to exist. So, like, the only thing that's going to be missing from them is their arms, their hat, and Mr. Potato Head's mouth. And their eyebrows, obviously. So once I do get I'm going to buy a Mr. Potato Head hat from Alien Arts. I really want him to mod one for me, because the hat in the movie is a lot different. Has a bit more of a curve at the rim. And once I get custom arms made by him with finger joints, literally I'll have replica spare potato heads. Let's take another shower to stick around. Got my nan picking me up in the morning. I hate getting out of bed. I feel you, man. But we'll never look at the cream again the same way I used to here. What up, plastic? What do you need? The most unnecessary piece, I guess, the handbag or the mustache. Then I'd say the hat. Then I'd say one of his eyes. Then I'd say one of his eyebrows, and then one of his arms, you know. Most people would say the eyebrows, but the eyebrows allow for loads of expression and personality. But he looks really weird without eyebrows. Yeah, I wonder what all those accessories are. I think she's just meaning like together, both of them, because that would make a lot more sense. Because like legitimately the potato heads come with 15 parts each. Does she count her hat she's wearing now as an accessory? Probably. Does she count her eyebrows as an accessory? I don't know. Collection hat? No, that's not accurate. You can take over while watching the stream. Cool. No, with Mrs. Potato Head's hat, Mr. Potato Head's hat is fine. In the movie it's a bit smaller, but what you gonna do? I'm just gonna get him to mold on an actual flower so it's more size accurate, and the rim around her hat, I'll get him to fix that up. Yeah, very true. I just don't question it, you know. It's one of those things. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna be ending the stream now. Message me on Discord, call me on Discord. I had some people call me last night. We had some good chats about Toy Story. I like voice calling people. But yeah, good stream, everyone. If you want to join the Discord server, feel free. We've been having great fun there quite recently. But yep, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's podcast.